Gary and Luann here.
Crazy Cluckers Farm.
So here we are. This time we want to just talk chicken a little bit.
We want to say we have our little mascot with us here. He gets cold, so when he sets out, he's got to have his little blanket on.
And I got notes.
And Mr. Biscuits is down here too, so.
It's all right, Joe.
But we've been working, and we thought we're just going to sit and do a little chat and just talk about a few things. It's chicken stuff, but.
Yeah, and summer's finally over. We got a hot day tomorrow, almost 90 degrees. Then after that, then it goes right into 60s for daytime temperatures.
Yeah, and down to freezing at night. So we're not looking forward to that at all.
Yeah.
I'm not a winter person anymore since I got old. I didn't just get old overnight, but slowly.
We would be perfect snowbirds, but we just can't figure out how to take all the critters with us.
No, that's not going to work. And I like being at home too much anyway. I like my own bed, you know.
Joe don't like biscuits.
No, he don't like Mr. Biscuits. He
likes his space, and Mr. Biscuits likes to encroach it.
Yeah, cats freak Joe out.
Yeah.
But
so
the weights, I guess, Joe, he's not hurting you.
Joe's in a bad mood today.
You know, Joe's over 9 years old, so he has his bad days too. Yeah. Days he just don't feel good, do you, buddy? Yeah. He doesn't hurt Mr. Biscuits at all. He just barks, makes that barking noise, try to scare him away.
Says, this is my space, don't get in it.
He don't like a cat staring at him.
Biscuits don't listen.
Staring at him. Did you hear that? I said, he don't like a cat staring at him.
That was a good choice of words. Anyway, that's kind of what it is.
He's down there making biscuits. I wish you could see him, boy. He's just going.
He gets in his space. He gets scared. So he don't like. But he commands his space. There. Just lay down and relax.
Lay down, bud. Mr. Biscuits isn't gonna get you.
Lay down there, no biscuits.
He ain't gonna try. Oh, Joe. Joe.
It's all right.
It's okay, Mr. Biscuits.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that.
So we did some chicken weigh-in today. There's the weights there if you want.
Just 3 of them. Just the 3 boys that.
Yeah, our roosters
that we kept. I didn't have my other glasses on. You go ahead.
Okay. Well, who you want to talk about first? So number 1.
Yeah.
He's got a blue tag number 1, and that would be Mandingo.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones, of course, don't have a name. We were hoping you guys.
We only had one name thrown out there, and we need a few more.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing it, so maybe nobody's watching. That's kind of what we figured.
Yeah, well.
Nobody's watching us.
So, today's weight on Mandingo, and so how many? 20 days are since we last weighed him.
20 since September 26th. Because remember, the last time we weighed him, he was 6 days from the other time. So that was the 26th when he got weighed last.
Well, so he weighs 7 pounds, 7.7.
Yeah,
pounds.
7.7.
So it's not quite, since the last time he was weighed, it's not quite 1 pound. It's 0.95 pounds.
And he was 18 weeks old yesterday.
Yeah, let's see, what was his?
They were 18 weeks old.
Well, the last time he was weighed
was the 20, that's what I told you, the 26th.
Yeah, we don't want to kill nobody with.
No, we don't want to go into all that. We're just telling weights. They're 18 weeks old now, and that's what he weighs. Yeah. So we don't want to bore them with all that.
Yeah, so basically each one of them, the one that the green band number 59, he actually gained 1 pound this time. So he did the best. His weight is 6.15, nowhere near 7.7. But
he's a nice boy.
Yeah, and he gained 1 pound. So that was a pretty fast gain, good gain. But the other one, Blue 80, his weight was 5.95, a little less. And this time he was gaining fast. This time he only gained 0.8 pounds. So all of them was really
well, they
close.
start leveling out because they're not Cornish cross.
Yeah.
So they're just going to get to that fast growth stage and then they level out. And that's just a natural thing because they're 18 weeks old
and
now.
I would imagine too, what they ate a week or two ago is probably what's reflecting today's weight.
They were being ran around so much.
But they was eating mash, and then that's when he first got separated. That's been 2 weeks now. Going on 3.
But I don't think, because that goes through them, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think so because they were being ran around so much and picked on that I don't even see how
the weight's
food...
not immediate because, I mean, it's a process that has to, the food they eat has to metabolically.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say things that I don't know anything about. So
anyway,
we don't want to claim anything we don't know anything about.
So that's their weight.
We'll research that.
Which isn't, we think is doing good, but you don't see a lot of data like this out there on breast chickens. When we first...
Except for Simeon.
Yeah, Simeon.
That used to be Swedish Homestead, and now it's Simeon and Alex.
Yeah.
We love watching them.
Yeah, they're taking a little sabbatical right
taking
now.
a little hiatus right now, but if anybody wants to watch anything about the farming, and he knows all that. He went to college for it, and so, but anyway, they used to have breast chickens, and that's why we have breast chickens, is from watching Simeon and Alex years ago, so, which then was formerly the Swedish Homestead.
And he did a side-by-side comparison.
Yeah.
This is when he was in Sweden.
Yeah.
They're over here now. And he did a side-by-side comparison with Bielefelders, which is a big bird. We had Bielefelders before. They're big birds. They don't forage well.
No, they just sit at the...
feeder.
Sit at the salad bar all day.
Except they don't eat salad.
And they totally just quit laying eggs. It was the craziest thing.
They didn't produce eggs very well.
No.
Simeon also did a study on that and came up with, on average, breast. His was actual breast, not American breast, but they laid 300 eggs a year.
Yes, he kept track. He did all that research, and they grew faster also than the Bielefelders, who are huge birds, and like I said, we used to have them. They did not work out for us.
Yeah, and there's links to that channel. I can leave a link on this video.
And the thing with the breasts is that, sure, there's birds, Cornish cross that has more meat, but the problem is they're not going to lay eggs. And if any other bird is just meat, oh God, I lost my train.
Well, if you're looking for a dual purpose heritage breed, they are not heritage breed.
I know what I was going to say. You're just piling the food in these birds, piling it just like the Cornish cross. Feed, 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 feed. They just have to eat all the time. Breasts are not like that.
And you can't. I mean, if you take this from a prepper standpoint, and you have to sustain yourself, they're not sustainable because they're crossed with rocker. I forgot what they're crossed with.
I don't know.
But that's why they call them a Cornish cross. So they're crossed. So you're going to get one chicken or the other.
Yeah, you can't. They're not going to breed true.
Yeah.
And they're probably not going to be able to anyway.
So,
I've heard that maybe once in a while people's kept one that's laid an egg, but they always die. They can't live very long.
They have a heart attack. They get too heavy.
But we have another thing that we wanted to discuss, and it's kind of, I don't agree with it, but I'm not knocking anybody that wants to do it.
The
but
expert.
I just don't see. No, that's not that yet.
Oh.
I don't see the what they're going to get out of this is crossing a Bresse on a Chanticleer or anything else. I don't know of a Chanticleer being some hot meat chicken or some crazy egg layer, but people are wanting to cross them on a Bresse. They want to cross something else on a Bresse. To me, you're defeating the purpose. A Bresse is a dual purpose. I mean, by 15 weeks, 14 weeks, we harvested ours at 14 weeks last year. There was enough meat for me and Gary for 2 days.
Well, you hear Chanticleer, or Chanticleer, as some people call it. Anyway, you hear Chanticleer a lot, people, for some reason.
It's the crossing that I'm talking about. Crossing on a Bresse. Why do you want to cross-breed a Bresse? Why do you want to mess with something that's been wonderful for 400 years? You know, this bird is this bird because it's a wonderful forager. The meat is delicious. It's a marbled meat, which makes it tender. They, you know, you can harvest them sooner than a lot of other breeds because
they lay eggs sooner.
They lay eggs sooner. And, I mean, I don't understand why anybody wants to cross these birds. You're not going to get better meat. You're not going to get a better egg layer. So I'm kind of confused about it. We're not going to do it. And I'm not knocking you, but why mess something up that's been, you know, a wonderful breed for all these years? Why would you even want a Bresse? If you're going to be crossing chickens, why do you even want to get Bresse?
We were talking earlier, and you had brought the point up that, you know, okay, we're breeders, so we are trying to reproduce this breed.
Keep it going to the standard.
To the French standard.
The best we can.
It's the only standards there are right now.
We're not saying anything about, if you just want chickens, you want eggs,
and your birds all
and
mixed
pretty
together.
Chickens, by all means,
just what it is.
Let them out. You're not wanting to breed for a specific breed,
right?
You know, to better the breed. You're just loving chickens. Do it. And people that want to breed for the pretty eggs, and they want to breed certain birds to get certain colored eggs, well, that's their goal, and I have no problem. Their goal is to do that, and they're going to breed for that.
Yeah, that's egg color is a whole nother ballgame.
And we're not talking. We're just saying this breed is already, it's doing everything for a self-sustaining bird. We don't know why anybody would want to cross it. It just, in my eyes, I'm not understanding that, you know.
Well, and also
messing with perfection.
Whenever this was brought over here by Green Fire Farms, there's been rumors. So sometimes you got to talk about rumors that they didn't get the best French birds that there was. So, you know, and
they probably didn't, but we have to better them.
And for years, it was only one bloodline over here, so we're trying. In our mind, our program here, we're just trying to, like Luann said, trying to bring it back to how it should be.
And they may have gotten wonderful birds, but when you have that small of a gene pool, okay, you're constantly breeding back the same birds, you're going to have things pop up, you know. That's just how it is, because you're doubling and tripling these genetics. They couldn't help that. I mean, you know, it cost a fortune, I'm sure, to import those birds over here. So, you know, till you get the gene pool going on any rare breed, you're going to have to get a lot of the bugs out, so to speak.
And you've brought this up time and time again. And now, of course, Green Fire Farm has 3 different bloodlines,
I think.
But you brought the point up time and time again that, okay, so you really, if you're breeding from one gene pool, it's easier to get the bugs out because you know what you've already got or what's already established. So when something happens, then you pull that out.
Yeah, and I mean, when you have too many other lines brought in and you're breeding so many different lines, it's almost impossible to figure out where something's coming from unless of course you've got all your pens separated. You know, we really don't have to do that unless there's certain birds that we're wanting to breed from. We have certain flocks that we breed from, and we know who everybody is. We ban them from the minute they're hatched.
Yeah.
They get a ban because we have several incubators where we know which eggs came from who the sire is, who the dam is, you know, all of that. So we have our way of doing it, which comes to another point.
The expert.
Of everybody doing their own thing, you know. There is, I'm not saying this to bash anybody. I'm saying this because we had a terrible experience. And I knew better than this, but I got caught up in it myself, just like everybody else did. Grass is greener when it's somebody that's a expert.
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed expert that wants everybody to think, and that it really isn't. You know, if you can talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk, so to speak. I went down that road in the beginning thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to have some of that line. Now, I'm not going to say names, and I'm not saying this to be hateful, but it's causing a lot of problems for a lot of people, and it did for us. We paid a fortune for these birds. They were very unhealthy. They had white legs. They had crooked toes. The boys were big, tall, lanky, with wonky combs. I mean, I was buying breeder birds, and they were already 2 months old, 8 weeks to 3 months old. So you should know by then, you know, crooked toes and the color of the legs are already prominent by that point. But we bought them pretty much sight unseen because
reputation.
Reputation.
Expert reputation.
And that was the most horrible experience. They died one after another. They were weak. We never lost any of our chickens, just those. And I am so glad that I didn't go through with it. And I'm not saying it as somebody trying to be mean or doing anything on purpose. I honestly think they didn't know, and maybe there was just a lot of things they read, but
good at retaining data from a book.
Yes, but maybe not putting it into motion with the chickens. And somebody had to point it out. It's on.
Okay.
But I always say I'm not an expert, and I'm not. You know, everybody always has things to learn. I always say that. I'm not an expert because we do what works for us. And you know, you don't have to be an expert to say that if there's no meat around the keel bone, you know that bird's probably not going to be a good bird for reproducing, because he's going to make birds like that. If you're wanting birds that you're going to eat later on, you know, you're not going to get much breast.
And the same way with...
And crooked toes and crooked feet, well, you know, you have to have a good foundation. Whether it's a person, a horse. Yes, knock knees. That's not going to make for a good foundation for an animal either. You know, so all of these things are just pretty self-explanatory,
Width between the legs.
It's pretty much
short back.
Common sense. And, you know, people that want to talk a big talk, that's great. But when you're talking a big talk and you're wanting everybody to believe that you know everything, then you need to show them that you know everything you're talking about in what you're breeding, what you're, you know, showing everything. You know, that's all I'm saying is I don't like that. I don't like that to happen. I'm not a person that likes a boaster, bragger, or somebody that blows smoke up somebody's butt. I don't like it. Just be honest, you know? Be honest. Tell what you know. If you know it for a fact and you got the facts and you've done all the research and you're showing it, you know, proof is in the pudding. That's what I say. So that's all I'm saying. It's nothing to bash anybody, but, you know, there's so many people that's got their own common sense that can just decide. Always do your own research. Don't just believe something because somebody's telling you. Always research. That's, you know, because sometimes you may find out some people that think they're experts really aren't, you know. And before you buy something from somebody that says they're an expert, go look. Go look at what they're offering. And you may change your mind, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying it because I don't like to see people being taken advantage of or believing things.
And there's not just one expert out there.
There's so many, so many. But we got, this was something that happened to us, you know. That's why we spent a lot of money, a lot of time, and there was a lot of heartache in it. And I'm not happy. I don't hold grudges and I don't badmouth. We don't do that. We don't drag people's name through the mud, and never. But we will say it was a horrible experience, and I knew better than that. I knew better than to just believe somebody because of big talking. But everybody did, and they still do, you know, which is a shame. But I don't. As soon as we got the birds, that pretty much kind of burst my bubble, didn't it?
Yeah.
Big time. And then when they started dying and couldn't stand up and crooked legs, then I was just downright mad. I'll say the word mad. But anyway, guys, just always do your own research. Don't just believe something because somebody proclaims they're an expert or somebody says this person's an expert. They're not. It's not always.
With that said, this is our opinion. And so we believe that if you're looking for a standard, that you should follow the French standard, but maybe just a little bit bigger. That doesn't mean to cross it with something else.
No.
It means to stay within the Bresse breed, and you just like anybody else does when you're, you know, we're not creating a new bird. We're staying within our lines, and, you know, put the biggest to the biggest to make a little bit bigger.
Well,
more
the
consistent.
experts are putting out an American Bresse standard, which is making the birds a lot bigger. Yeah, our Mandingo is a big bird, but we're not just going to breed him with big, huge hens. We're going to keep the standard. He's going to be for our smaller hens, so we keep that standard and the meat that we need still within the standard. We're not looking to breed Cornish cross. We're not doing that. But they're trying to change and make an American standard with the American Poultry Association, and it won't be the French standard anymore. You know, the French have bred the most wonderful chickens for 400 years. They breed them a certain way for a reason. So why, you know, change all that? You are allowed, if they were with the American Poultry Association in a show, they're allowed to be 1 pound lighter, 1 pound heavier, which our birds come into play there. That's, we've got some lighter,
and
we've got some heavier.
For the record, in one of our videos, and she referred to Mandingo as a Jersey giant.
I was just teasing.
Just kidding, so don't.
I was kidding. No way is he a Jersey giant. No way. It was all just a little joking between us. He brought it up because he thought it was funny, but no, he is not even near that, and we're not trying for that. So that's how that is. But
so the important parts, and we've talked about them. Luana's talked about them over time. but them things important to us, of course, the keel bone,
Well,
straight.
I love
nut,
breast. Is my favorite
breast
part
meat.
of the breast meat. So yeah, I better say in a chicken.
Yeah, and breasts grow large breast. And
Well, if you're breeding them for that.
yes.
If you're not, you're just going to get a big old bird with a bony front and
Yeah.
no meat.
Well, and it's by no means a Cornish cross.
No.
Again.
But you still have to have the meat
Yeah.
over that keel bone to get breast. Otherwise, if you're just breeding willy-nilly, that's the reason we're doing this, is we're so careful about what we want to breed, okay? That's what we want to breed. We're trying to keep with the standard. Our birds are not perfect. No, they're not all with the standard, but we strive for that all the time.
So
to
that's
better each time.
When someone buys birds from us, they know they've got a chance of keeping this in the
But they're
direction
not
of the
perfect.
standard.
There's flaws in every line over here.
Especially
There's flaws in every animal, every human.
When we first was starting the color leakage, but we've got pretty well
Got that under
got that
control.
We've
And-
managed to maintain the dark legs.
Oh yeah, very dark. Nice combs. We've got that. We feel that we've got nice wide birds.
Did you know a comb is an organ, just like a kidney or a heart? It's for cooling, and everybody
Yeah.
probably knows that. It's also
And
for-
waddles have to do
attract hens.
with like testicles.
Testosterone.
You don't want.
Testosterone.
We've bred lots of animals in our day. We bred horses, goats, dogs, and you don't want the male species with little small testicles. They're just not going to be as fertile of an animal. It's the truth.
And
And
oddly
you don't want a
enough,
rooster with little
so a
tiny
couple of weeks
waddles.
ago, I went to process them, and thank you again, Dennis. 'cause
Yes, thank you, Dennis.
Dennis is teaching me. But anyway, so the the roosters, their testicles are inside, and they're called gonads. I guess they're all called
Everybody
gonads.
knows that.
But anyway,
Everybody.
so you reach in and you're pulling all the junk out as you process them. And, Dennis pointed it out. He said, man, that it's surprising that a lot of the smaller birds have the larger gonads and the larger birds have little ones. And
But it's not about size.
no.
Because that large
It's
bird may
reproductive.
be terrible at producing and not be
Right.
very fertile.
So reproductively, all of them that had the larger gonads are going to be
the better,
the better breeder.
yeah, more doesn't mean prettier birds.
Yeah.
It means they'll be more fertile. And that's the
Yeah.
truth. It's just the
Unfortunately,
way
you
it
can't
is.
tell that unless you,
Well, you don't want little
tell.
tiny waddles.
yeah.
Just like a stallion or a
Yes.
dog or a buck goat, you don't want
And
little
Luann
bitty
brought
tiny
up, and I didn't
gonads.
look at this, so the next time I go up there, I'm going to take notes. There's a waddle
Yeah.
size directly related to the gonad size. I mean,
thought
you
it
know
might
what
be
they say
something good.
about feet,
No, this though is the waddles really on a chicken are kind of related to that.
Yeah.
The testicles that are inside. So I said it may be just something good to
I mean,
test and see.
A hen's got to be able to tell somehow, and they do.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
know if that is going to be a good breeder
And
for
the gear
her.
on their head is their indicator.
Well, do you know if you have a lot of chickens and you watch them, if you have several roosters, you'll find out that some hens favor certain roosters and you wonder why is that? And they'll all be wanting this certain rooster and squatting for him. He's probably has more testosterone and he's more fertile. And in animal world, they don't go by, ooh, good looking. They go by, I have to reproduce.
Yeah.
So I need the mate that's gonna help me reproduce. So
I have yet to see a hen fill up a rooster's keel bone.
Huh? You're losing me on there.
I said, watch the video and you'll see. I was just joking. Of
Yeah,
course.
but I'm not. You lost me.
I have yet to see a hen fill up a rooster's keel bone.
I thought you said Phil.
Oh,
I'm like,
well, I probably did say Phil.
Yeah, she's going up there and taking her little feet and going, oh, I feel the meat all over or twiddling his waddles.
Yeah.
But really, you know,
Who
you
knows
think about
what they
that.
do when we're not looking?
Animals are all about nature and reproducing. That's what they're about.
Yeah.
So, you know, anyway, we've had several things, and we hope we didn't, we really wasn't saying any of this to offend, to bash anybody. No. We'll never say names.
We're just saying, do your own research.
Do your
That's how
research.
important it
Don't
is.
just listen to what people tell you, because a lot of times experts are not experts.
Don't rely on us. Don't rely on the experts. No. And we certainly don't claim to be one.
We're just showing what works for us and what we do.
This is our opinion.
It's our opinion. It's what we do. But always do research, even if you like watching our videos and our chicken, the way we pick our chickens. We're picking them. We pick ours for the Bresse standard, the best we can. But everybody don't have to do that. You're not a breeder breeding for the standard. You just want chickens. That's great. But don't, just don't let somebody tell you they're an expert. Yeah. When a lot of times they're just not. Just always research it. And we just got burnt. Yeah. That's why we're not. We're kind of soured on that.
We're never harsh on that. So, all right, we bored you enough with this stuff.
Yeah,
we got to go
you probably won't even finish watching
critters
all
up
of it.
before the critters come out.
Yeah.
That likes chicken, because everything likes chicken.
But this is our vlog.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys watch. And any of you watch, please subscribe if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And share
Not hard
and
to
like.
click that button in. It helps us a bunch.
Oh, it helps us. We're
and
like
and comment.
Not
Nobody
quite
comments.
even 560 yet. We got to get. It's been almost a year. We're old people. People I don't think like watching old people, but we're trying. Tell us, give us some things. If you don't like something we're doing, let us know.
Yeah. Well, let's go put our critters away.
JoJo, if Beverly's watching, Beverly, here's little JoJo. Beverly, or say hi to Beverly, JoJo.
You see that can? He's pouting.
Okay.
He's outside. It's cold. It's probably right around.
Oh, we gotta say hi to Mike.
Hi, Mike. I got my mic collection on.
Yeah, you do. So, I guess we're gonna sign off now. Go put our critters up for the night.
Yep. And don't think for a minute. We talk about this same stuff all day long in the house.
Yeah. Yeah. We're talking all the time, and
you really wouldn't want to hang out here because you would be burnt out about chicken.
Mike would.
Mike would like. Mike would love
he's chicken obsessed like we are.
I think he could outdo us.
Yeah, I think so. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful night, and keep the prayers going for all the North Carolina and Tennessee and
Tennessee.
Georgia and Florida. All the that is the most.
It's going to be a long time.
All these people, these poor people. It breaks my heart. It bothers. I wish we could go help. Mm-hmm. I just would give anything if I could go help. Go down there, physically do something, but there's just no way we can. If we were younger, we didn't have these animals, we'd be there in a heartbeat. But just say lots of prayers. That's something we can all do. It doesn't take money. It's just prayers. They're wonderful. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and we love yous, all of yous that subscribe, and we love yous for it.
And Crazy Cluckers out.
Over and out.
Bye.
Bye-bye.